bangs it in.
One of the biggest tournaments this year, the Honda Classic.
You don't want any part of that guy right there, Raj.
Get out, Billy. Get out.
Just off the green. Well, that's one way to make a 2 at 17.
Attracting thousands of golf fans and local talent.
I'm trying to win the thing. I'm not, I don't want to be out just for show.
I guess maybe I could have a little bit more swag, when I'm walking out there.
All the action from the course, who's leading, and stories from PGA National. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Honda Classic News Channel 5 special tonight, Making the Cut live team coverage from the Champions Course here at PGA National on an absolutely gorgeous night here. You couldn't ask for better weather for us. Over the course of the next 30 minutes, we're going to break down your leaderboard for you. We're going to take you around the course, show you the highlights of this tournament, and of course, the all-important forecast from meteorologist Steve Weigel. But first, we're going to break it down right now. I want to get to the top highlights with my colleague, Evan Cohen. Evan, it's been a tremendous 2 days. The cut's finally made today. What's happening with the action?
Well, it's record attendance the first 2 days also, which is awesome, and we have a local that's right near the top of the leaderboard. But take a look at Ricky Fowler's morning, by the way. Ricky Fowler had a fascinating morning this morning because it wasn't just about golf. Yeah, that's an Egyptian goose. Geese? How do you say that? I guess goose would be, no, geese, maybe geese. Anyway, Fowler at 17 looking to go 6 under. With that, a share of the lead. He said he poached it, hit it to the left on purpose. Probably smart. CT Pound making a charge at 8, hits the birdie, pulls into the lead with Fowler, ends the day in 5th. Now Ryan Palmer. This is a story you need to pay attention to. This man's wife is battling breast cancer. He's playing for her. We hope and pray that she's fighting through it. He nearly hits it in, almost for the birdie. Now Ricky Fowler, back to him, flat brim, flat shot, right in. Anaban Lahari climbing the leaderboard. Weagle-like pants there, looking good. No, maybe Cashmere-like pants. Birdie on 9, slips past the cut, ends at -7. Here's the defending Honda Classic champion, Adam Scott. They've been promoting him all week with the flat Adam Scott, the cardboard cutout of him all over the place. Game slightly flat today, tied for 17th. Graham Dillette, a Canadian, a birdie at 3, moves him to 6 under par. Again, let's go back to Ricky, the Jupiter resident. Could he birdie to get to 8 under? And yep, he can. Ends the day alone in 3rd place. But how did the day start? Well, it started with the co-leader, Wesley Bryan. Look at this, blasting it out of the bunker, nearly holds it. Bryan goes to 9 under. That's how he ended his round, tied for 1st place. Now back to Palmer. Story of the weekend. His 6th tournament of the year after taking 4 months off to care for his wife. Doesn't hit it there, but finishes the day at 9 under in the lead, right with Wesley Bryan, and 1 stroke behind is our very own Ricky Fowler.
I feel like it's time for me to start finishing off some more events when I am in this position. So I wouldn't look just back at this specific event, but there's been a few where I've had a chance, and I feel very good, out front or around the guys in the lead, and I'm looking forward to this weekend.
All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Ryan Palmer's at 9 under, 7 birdies on the day. Wesley Bryan, the rookie, at 9 under as well. Fowler, 66 on the 2nd round for the 2nd straight year at the Honda Classic. And Jay, it's almost impossible not to root for Ryan Palmer. Yeah. I mean, his wife is battling breast cancer. It's so easy to root for him and for her, more importantly. So we certainly hope, even though he's not a local, that Ryan Palmer does well this weekend.
Tremendous story on and off the course, as well as Ricky Fowler. Good to see some of our local guys.
And he looks good.
As well.
Fowler's a good-looking guy, got to be honest.
Hey, Puma sponsoring him.
Not
That's
bad.
why. There
Not
you
bad.
go. Evan, thank you very much. We'll check in just a bit with you. Well, watch out for all the birds, as Evan mentioned, and you also have to watch out for the slices out here. A great reminder to be aware of where you walk the course. Check this out. A spectator at the Honda Classic today was hit in the head by a ball. It happened on the 18th hole. Pro golfer CT Pan wrote on Twitter after, quote, "Worst feeling I have ever had. Hopefully he is fine." Well, the man was bleeding, but he got a signed ball as an apology. A lot of crowds out here today building up for the 3rd round tomorrow. The tournament brings in thousands of fans, thousands of golf fans to our area, 200,000 came in here last year, packed the Champions course here. They're expecting the same amount this year, lining up to get their official Honda gear shirts, hats, and of course more. And we all know Mother Nature can be certainly unpredictable both on and off the course. Everything started with the Pro-Am looking like this on Wednesday. Rain fell in buckets. The course, the grounds crew, getting their work cut out for them. They had to clean up in time for the first round on Thursday. Today, the big issue was the heat. Paramedics say they're getting a lot of dehydration calls. They say if you're going to be out here over the weekend, drink lots of water and, of course, wear sunscreen. I think if there's any complaint to be had, it certainly was the heat. It was a factor today. Steve Weigel joining us now with our weather forecast. Will it be a factor tomorrow, Steve?
Yeah, I think it will. In fact, it's going to be hotter tomorrow. We'll get into the mid-80s. Near record highs for South Florida. So if you're planning to come out here, sunscreen, hat, and drink lots of fluids, because especially early and mid-afternoon, that's when we hit our highs, and you're going to have to find some shade because it's going to be super hot. Here's a look at the forecast the next couple of days. Absolutely gorgeous weather so far. We had the rain on Wednesday, as Jay mentioned. 2 years ago, we had torrential rains that flooded out the course. They had evacuations. Not this year. A little fog in the morning, early morning, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, and then lifting after that. But look at how quickly we warm up. 84 Saturday afternoon, and then we're back down to 78 by 6 o'clock tomorrow night as things start to wrap up. On Sunday, a little bit cooler for South Florida and the Honda. Will actually be in the high 70s, mid to high 70s, and it'll be breezy to windy for the final round. And I understand that's going to be a big challenge, especially for the final few holes. It'll be northeast wind, and it makes it very tricky, of course, around the bear trap. 16, 17, and 18 should be quite a challenge. That's what Ken Kennerly tells me. So
surviving the bear trap on a good day is tough. You factor in some wind, any weather pattern, well, they're going to have to work it out.
I'm always headed to the water.
That's right. I'm liking, we'll just sit back and watch. Steve, thank you very much. Well, certainly a lot of great places to watch some great golf over the course of the weekend. And you can watch it at a brand new place this year, the Honda Classic, unveiling a new experience for those with a finer taste. It is called the Legends Club. It's located behind the green at 18. The tournament director says this $750 a day experience rose out of demand. The amenities include sofas, food, and drink items like lobster, all selected with luxury in mind.
Chic, upscale, high class, what you would expect to get in an ultra fine dining restaurant.
I think I made a mistake of bringing her along today.
It's the first, but definitely not the last.
Certainly a great place to watch the Honda Classic. You can see the views right there, right on the 18th. A beautiful perch there. The tournament director said they plan to expand the Legends Club in the near future. Well, not far from the Legends Club, there's someone keeping an old tradition alive. You'll find it right near the 18th hole, probably just a short 3-iron from where the Legends Club is. In fact, it's on display for everyone to see, and it's vintage. It's part of old golf here. Catherine Sartan keeps score on the traditional leaderboard. She's the calligrapher at the Honda Classic. The written leaderboards are the only place where you can see all the players on the field. Her work is a rarity nowadays when everything has gone digital.
It's gratifying to me to put out a nice product that people enjoy looking at.
Aside from being accurate, you're very meticulous, I see.
Yes.
you don't like any creases.
Well, the only technology Catherine uses is a tablet to keep up with the scores. She then runs over to her board and updates them as quickly as possible. And our hats off to her hard work over the course of the years out here. Well, not far from Catherine's perch at that leaderboard there, the Honda Classic features many spots where you can watch all of the action. One of the most popular spots, not just here at PGA National, but on the PGA Tour, is the Bears Trap. Fans flock to this area to see one of the toughest stretches of golf, as Steve and I were talking about. Tournaments are won and lost on these holes. Jason Hackett introducing us to a familiar face over the Bears Trap, one volunteer who's made quite a name for himself. Jason.
That's right, Jay. This volunteer has been with the Honda Classic for a decade, and he wields a lot of power with just 4 small words.
Quiet, please! Quiet, please!
When he speaks,
Quiet, please!
you should probably listen.
Thank you.
Meet volunteer Mark Zembrowski.
Quiet, please!
Sorry.
Thank you.
Meet volunteer Mark Zembrowski, a.k.a. the voice of 17.
One year, one of the golfers, Lee Westward, named me that because I quiet the crowd down when they're ready to putt.
Quiet, please! Thank you.
Having to quiet a golf crowd may sound unnecessary, but this is the Bear Trap we're talking about.
Friday afternoon, and especially on the weekends, it gets pretty wild. because the alcohol takes over around late afternoon.
An avid golfer himself, he knows how important his role is.
If a guy's in second or third place and he misses a putt because of noise, it could cost him a few $100,000.
And avid fans understand and appreciate it.
Quiet, please!
For the most part.
One day I yelled and the guy was drinking his drink and it dropped it all over him and he got all mad. I thought he was going to hit me, but no problem.
So if you stop by, don't be afraid to say hi.
Quiet, please!
Just make sure you use your inside voice, please.
Thank you!
And the Bear Trap hasn't just grown in popularity, it's also grown in size. The spectator area started out as 10,000 square feet in 2007. It's grown to over 75,000 square feet. Jay, back to you.
Jason, it's getting bigger and bigger and louder each and every year. Great story there, Jason. Thank you very much. Well, speaking of the Bears Trap, what makes this part of the course so difficult for the pros? Paxton Boyd will tackle that part of our coverage coming up.
In fact, I'm not even sure he realizes he only has one hand. In fact, I think that he could...
Fantastic story here, stealing the show at the Honda Classic. The Palm Beach Gardens boy outplaying the pros on this hard course.
WPTV News Channel 5 breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed. We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
Welcome back to our Honda Classic special, Making the Cut. We moved off our set here. We're bringing you to the practice screen. This is where the pros really practice their skills before they get on the tough Champions course here at PGA National. As we all know, the Honda Classic brings some of the world's top golfers here to Palm Beach Gardens, but one local golfer who happens to reside in Palm Beach Gardens stole the spotlight earlier this week and provided an inspiration for all of us. Jason Hackett joins us again from across the course here at PGA National with more on this inspiring story of Tommy Morrissey. And Jason, I spoke with Tommy and Joe on the way on the media bus here a couple days ago. You could not find two brighter people in America here.
Such an amazing kid, such an amazing family as well. He's only 6 years old, he only has one arm, and he held his own against the pros this week. This Palm Beach Gardens kid taking on professional golfers in a very special challenge.
He can do more with one arm than most people can do with two.
In fact, I'm not even sure he realizes he only has one hand. In fact, I think that you know.
Sure, Tommy can sling the pigskin with the best of them, but it's what he can do with a golf club that really opens eyes.
14 months old, saw the guys on TV doing it, and he started emulating them.
Now at just 6 years old,
Tommy's ability to perform at a high level with one arm it's really unprecedented.
It's a talent that has grown over the years, allowing him to rack up numerous awards and a few famous friends along the way. But Tommy's mission goes beyond that. At Tuesday's one-arm challenge, he took on the pros to raise money for his charity, Unlimited, which helps folks with limb differences.
He's been able to inspire a lot of people to believe that they can do a lot of things that they thought they otherwise would not.
People like Amanda Siski and her son Austin.
You gonna show him? He was born with a super arm.
She brought her son to meet Tommy face to face at today's challenge.
It tells him that you can accomplish anything you want to. Set your mind to it, enjoy, have fun, and just live your life to your fullest.
With every swing, Tommy proving in golf or in life, there is no handicap.
He is showing us there's nothing that's impossible.
Now the final score of that challenge, Tommy beat 47 of the 60 professional golfers. All of this raised $15,000 for their charity, Unlimited. Jay, back to you.
Tommy Morrissey, a great inspiration to us all, not just here on the course, but around Palm Beach County. Jason, thank you very much. Well, as we mentioned, this course famous for the Bears Trap, a 3-hole stretch where tournaments are won and lost, numbers 15, 16, and 17. Players think of the Bear Trap as it keeps them up at night. In fact, Adam Scott told us at Media Day, Evan Cohen joining us now live, that he actually says you have to survive to get to the Bears Trap, and then you have to survive the Bears Trap. That's why it is so tough. Evan, what makes this course what makes that area so hard, I should say?
Well, Jay, it's a lot easier for us when we get to hang out there and watch them screw up just like the rest of us, and we get to hang out there and eat and drink. It's much easier for us than them, but for them, 15, 16, and 17, 3 of the toughest holes on the PGA Tour. But do you know why? ESPN 106.3's Paxton Boyd explains.
At a course like PGA National, you never know the dangers that lurk ahead. But at the Honda Classic, it's the infamous 3-hole stretch known as the Bear Trap that tests the bravado of some of the game's very best.
It's a daunting task, those 3 holes.
As we've seen already, some will survive and some will not.
Oh, that's got a bite. Oh, that's got a bite. When Jack Nicklaus redesigned this golf course, he really wanted to put kind of his stamp, if you will, on the final back 9.
The golf legend and Palm Beach Gardens resident is the mastermind behind holes 15, 16, and 17, and his words meet every player at the 15th tee box.
You know, as the plaque says, it's either won or lost right here.
The Bear Trap has consistently ranked among the toughest 3-hole stretches on the PGA Tour.
If you're just off, whether it's distance or line, it can be, when there's water around, it's a 2-shot swing.
Just ask Ryan Palmer, who holds the all-time worst record through the Bear Trap.
I keep seeing how I'm 38 over par on the Bear Trap, so yeah, every time I hit the green, I think about that. Okay, it's 1 green 2 putt, that's a par.
On paper, 2 par 3s under 200 yards and a 430-yard par 4 don't scare easily.
15 is not that long of a hole, but how hard it is. And then 16, you hit a really good tee shot, and you're stuck with a 190-yard second shot. And then, of course, 17, it's one of the harder par 3s we play on tour. So you get out there even par, you've made ground on the field.
The beauty of the 3 holes matched only by its difficulty.
Whoever plays the Bear Trap, reasonably well, is going to be in contention at the end.
For ESPN 106.3 on WPTV News Channel 5, I'm Paxton Boyd.
And Jay, think about this. Paxton featured Ryan Palmer there. He's worse than anyone at the Bear Trap, those 3 holes. He's leading the tournament right now at 9 under par. Jay, back to you.
The Bear Trap, where the mental game comes together. Evan, thank you very much. Coming up, the tournament does much more than get golf fans up close and personal with the pros. The Honda Classic gives back to our community in a special way. That story straight ahead.
of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime. Period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
WPTV News Channel 5, breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right.
Welcome back to our Honda Classic special, Making the Cut. You know, the Honda Classic, not all about golf. It's about giving back to the community. The Honda Cares is the big charity that wraps itself around this tournament. $1.2 million is pumped back into 130 charities when this is all said and done with. Earlier this week, we stopped by Little Smalls to find out how far that check goes. Not far from the snap of a golf club and the roar of the bear trap, the sound of recovery fills this teen room at Palm Beach Children's Hospital. It's a place where every color pops and every smile shines.
They are a charity that we can call with literally a moment's notice, and they come running.
Child life specialist Melissa Spencer speaks of Little Smiles, a charity worth its weight in gold around these halls.
We just stop at nothing to create a smile. We'll do just about anything.
From Nerf football gunfights to pizza parties and wish lists, you name it, they do it, simply by bringing a little joy to small patients, some battling the biggest fight of their life.
It is why we do what we do.
And it's all due in large part to the Honda Classic, which on average gives 10 grand to Little Smiles every year. They're one of 130 charities sharing over $1 million from the PGA Tour event.
It's always enough to maybe cover one of our facilities, our smaller facilities, for an entire year.
It's the joy of giving back to make someone's day a little brighter. And at the end of the day, the superheroes of this unit are all smiles.
They bring us just as much inspiration and just as much joy and happiness and smiles as we try to bring them.
And that is just one charity out of 129 others that gets a check from the Honda Classic. You can see just how far it goes and the impact it has on hundreds of children and adults across Palm Beach County. Much more coverage from the Champions Course here at PGA National when we come back.
WPTV News Channel 5, breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witnessed showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoyed the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime. Period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast. WPTV News Channel 5 breaking important.
Welcome back to Making the Cut. Beautiful weather to start the tournament and 2 more fantastic days. A little warmer on Saturday compared to Sunday. Take it easy, drink some fluids, of course. Stay hydrated, wear that sunscreen, but lots of sunshine. A little windy on Sunday should make it a challenging finish.
Should be a great weekend ahead. Well, for Evan Cohen and Steve Weagle, I'm Jake Cashmere, and for our entire crew out here, we certainly appreciate you joining us for our special edition of the Honda Classic, Making the Cut here. Come out and enjoy this great tournament. It packs in 200,000 people every year. This year, they're expecting big crowds over the weekend. Should be a lot of excitement, especially with the Bear Strap and the impending weather forecast, some of the winds that are coming. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, everybody. Have a great weekend and enjoy yourself out here at PGA National if you're headed back out here. Have a good night.